everybody. It is Tuesday and it is the last tutorial for the quilt along for the Pottery Star quilt along. So we're making our quilt and we finished our Pottery Star blocks last week, and this week we're going to make the Rolling Star blocks. Boy, you can't even see my eyes there. So there's glare coming in from the sunshine. But anyway, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. And here are our pieces. So the pieces you're going to need tonight are, and I hope you'll say hi. If you're there, I would like to know that you're there. The pieces we're going to need, hi Kim, pieces we're going to need are, we're going to need one piece of the A fabric, one A square. We're going to need two C squares that match that A square, so they need to be the same print. We need two of the I squares, 4 of the J squares, and 1 E square, and that will make one block. So we're going to start out with our background squares. We're going to mark diagonal line on our background squares. You know the drill, what we do every time. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Dee Dee. Good to see you girls. Thanks so much for always being there for me. This is going to be one of those nights. I'm so tired, you guys. I'm going to be so silly. I just know it. I've also got my directions out because even though I've made this, it's a super simple block to make, because I'm so tired, I'm probably going to make a million mistakes. You guys will have to see me rip out my seams and things, so. Okay, so we're just marking a diagonal line on the back of all of the I's and the J's. What have you guys been up to today? I have been getting all of the new club members packages ready to ship. If they ordered, I did a new thing. If you guys are some of my tried and true original folks, but I did a new thing the last couple of times and added on where they could buy a bundle when they started with the club, and so I'm cutting and packaging bundles up. That's what I've been doing all day. What are you far behind on? Do you mean the quilt? This quilt? You're not behind. You can do it any time. There is no pressure here. We are not the quilt police. We are here to have fun, not have pressure. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is take the J squares and the A square, and we're going to put them diagonally like so. Okay, I'm going to read your comments now because you went to the beach with your grandkids. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you liked your box too. So we're going to take these two J squares and put them diagonally across the A square this way, and line up your line that you marked, and I'm going to pin mine because I feel like it stays nicer that way. All of my good pins are in my other pin cushion. And I say I marked this a little crooked, so I'm going to have to be careful when I sew this. I'm going to fix that mark a little bit. don't want to get it wrong. Have all of my flying geese be wrong. There. Fixed. Oh, that sounds like fun, Kim. That's such a good idea. A social distance lunch, huh? I'm going to do my very best not to turn off the phone again like I did last week. Oh my goodness, you guys. You know when I've been working too hard, don't you? I think next time I open the club for new members, I'm going to make sure that it's not right at the time when I'm sending out boxes at the same time because, oh my goodness. It's crazy. Oh, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm going to have to use this one. Using a different sewing machine than I have been for a while, so I have to remember all the quirks. Okay. And I'm sewing with my tennis shoes on, and I never do that. Okay, so now I'm just sewing 1/4 of an inch on either side of the marked line. Using my leaders and enders. These are my offcuts from the Pottery Star blocks. Okay, now the other side. I think I'm going to have to square these up. I think I can tell already I'm going to have to square these up. Because they're going to be a little bit too big, I think. Have I told you lately how much I love my Juki? I love my Juki. Oh, you'll find me if I end up turning off my phone. You know, sometimes I stick my thumb right in the wrong spot. Okay. I'll try to remember not to do that this time. Take my pins out. And now I'm just going to... You can use your rotary cutter to do this. I just use scissors. Just cutting right on the marked line. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to press these open like this. Not open, but you know what I mean. I'm going to press the points away from the other edge. So it makes a heart. Okay, so those are both done. I need to point this more like this, don't I? Hi, Bonnie. Good to see you. It's been a long time, hon. Okay, now our last two J squares. They are the J squares, aren't they? Have I got that right? Hopefully I'm not telling you the wrong thing. Yeah, J squares. Okay. So I'm just lining it up with this corner and making sure that that line is going straight across where that point is on the inside there. Well, I'm glad you decided to take a break and hang out with us for a little while then. And I'm glad you got moved because now you can sew again, right? As soon as you get your sewing stuff all unpacked. Okay, so now I'm just going to take it over and sew down both sides of the marked lines on these squares. Then we'll have our flying geese done. So my husband and I have been working on this room, trying to get it to the point where I can move the move my computer in here and have the webcam set up instead of having to use my phone to do videos. And it'll be really cool because I won't have to move my phone around because I have two webcams. So I'll have one on the computer, or one on the cutting table and one on the sewing machine, and I won't have to keep moving you guys around with me. That'll be awesome. There just hasn't been enough room in here for me to move everything in here. We just got a storage locker and put a bunch of the things that were in here in the storage locker so that now I can just go get them when I need them. Oh, your floor is uneven, or your table is uneven? Hi, Shelly. Oh, thanks, Jen. Yeah. Or is this something that you've done for a long time as well, making flying geese this way? This is my favorite way, too. I love how much less fabric it uses. I don't know if you remember a few years ago when Bonnie, of Bonnie and Camille made, it was Camille, actually, of Bonnie and Camille made the swoon pattern. And it had a million flying geese because it was those carpenter wheel blocks. And she did it not the no waste way with the waste. And it actually, I figured it out. I think it saved me it was something crazy, 2 or 3 yards of fabric by not doing the wasteful way. I just figured it all out and made it all no waste geese. It was a crazy amount of fabric though. Difference because those blocks are so big. Did I already say hi, Shelly? Hi, Shelly. If I didn't say hi already, I meant to. Okay. Now I'm just going to press these. Bonnie, it's in one of your boxes, hon. The tape is in one of your boxes. I sent it out a couple of months ago in one of the boxes. It's called Diagonal Seam Tape by Cluck Cluck Sew. Allison from Cluck Cluck Sew. If you want to buy some more, I have 2 rolls or something. I can just send you an invoice if you want me to send it to you too. But you do have some in your box, so you don't really need it unless you've used up what you had in your box. But I know you haven't even opened your boxes because you've been moving. Okay. Now we're going to square these babies up. They should be 4.5 by 8.5. Let's see here. Well, they're perfectly 4.5, so that part's good. Let's check out the width. Nope, they're right. Okay, well that one's right anyway. Maybe I'll just cut off the dog ears. I don't like dog ears. I think it was, I'm trying to remember. I think it was last month's box, maybe. Might have been the month before. I don't know. It's all running together. Because I'm always working on the next box, like the minute I get finished with the box before. So, like, I'm already working on July right now. Actually, I am working on August right now. Because we've got so many new members that I am now like scrambling to get enough stuff to go in our boxes. Not really scrambling because I have a great idea for August. August is going to be so much fun, you guys. I can't wait till you guys get your August box. I'm so excited about it. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be our anniversary box. Oh, you poor thing, Bonnie. I know. It's terrible to have to look through your boxes and see all the pretty fabric. Okay, so our flying geese are done. Now we're going to do, oops, sorry, move to the camera. Now you're going to take your C squares and put them back to back with your I squares. I, right? Make sure I'm not saying that wrong. I, that's right, I. Okay. So you're going to put those two together. And you know what? This looks like I might have used. Yep, I did. These are not the right size. Hold on just a sec. I'm going to get the other ones. They are the I squares, but I didn't have my squares marked because I am not as organized as Dee Dee is. So those are actually J squares, not I squares like they're supposed to be. Let me make sure these are the right ones. Yeah. So sorry, I've got to mark these ones now. I'm glad you liked it, Shelly. I'm always, you guys know, I always try and like make it super special, and then I'm always worried that you guys aren't going to think it's great, and then, you know, I'm always worried that you're not going to like it because I want you guys to like it. And I'm so glad that you did. Everybody seems to really like it. Hopefully they're not just saying that. But you know what the hardest thing this month was? It was trying to find those pink beads. Nobody had enough of them. Okay, these still look... Either one of these blocks is wrong. One of these squares is wrong, the wrong size. That's right. This is off just by the tiniest bit. You know what? I'm just going to use it anyway. Who cares? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll just fudge it. I'll just fudge it. I'll just make my seams a little small. Anyway. Well, of course I do, Bonnie, because I want you guys to be happy. Of course I worry about whether you're going to like it or not. It's important to me that you're happy with it. So what do you guys think of the putting the paper patterns in the box? Is that a good thing? Hi, Anne. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Lisa. You like paper patterns. I'm glad. I think we talked about this. I think you had emailed me and asked me to do paper patterns. And I had told you the same thing, and that is that the boxes are small and it also adds weight to the boxes. But everybody really wanted those, so I decided to go ahead and do it, and we'll just figure it out. So that's why I had to fold them all down into quarters to get them in the box, because the box is too small to fit paper in. Even if I did small patterns, they're still too big to fit into the box. Ooh, I have the perfect size block lock to square these up with. Hi, Lisa. Yes, actually, I do. I do sell clothes. I sell at a boutique. I also am just about to get my new clothing website up. I had one before, but I decided to separate it from my fabric website. So the new clothing website, I've had it for a long time, and I build my own, and I'm not that slow at it. I just have been so busy with selling fabric and the Tilda Club that I haven't really had time and a chance to do it yet. So, okay, we've got these, and let me find my block lock. Okay, I've got my block lock. Now I just need my... Where is it? I have a rotating mat somewhere. If I can find it. Well, I wasn't planning on using it tonight, so that's why it's not sitting out. I actually had everything all ready to go tonight. It's like so not like me. I have the perfect 4.5-inch block lock to square this up with. I need a new rotary cutter is what I really need. Hi, Scarlett. I see you. I really need a new rotary cutter. This thing's terrible. This is an Olfa. Ergonomic one. I wish they would, I've been wishing and wishing that they would come out with a splash that's an ergonomic one, and they finally did, but it's not a pretty color. So they came out with all these really pretty ones, and then when they did the ergonomic one, they did it in this weird blue color. It's not even a pretty blue. It's kind of this strange gray blue color. They didn't even do that pretty turquoise, which is what I really wanted. The turquoise or the red. The red would be really neat. Because I don't like the straight ones. I like the ergonomic ones. So I stick with the yellow. You know, I used to hate squaring, and I never did it, Bonnie. I would just like, oh, well, it's okay. I'll just, I'll fudge it. It'll be fine. And since I've started religiously squaring everything, I am so much happier with how easily everything goes together. Okay, all of our bits are made. Get all this stuff out of the way. Now we can just make our star. It'll be so cute. Which way does it go again? This way. Okay, it's all ready to go. You know what I think? Oh, Scarlett, no. I used to be a manicurist, and so I did my own. But they don't look great. This one is starting to fall off right now, so I need to fix that one today. But and they really don't look great. But I'm using that dip powder stuff. It's called Dipwell. Okay, so I'm going to take these over to the sewing machine and start sewing them. It's such a big block, it's hard to move them all. It's hard to move all the pieces without getting them all out of order. I always have to lay it out first because otherwise it will go all over the place. You love this pattern, do you? Do you sew, Scarlett? I don't even know if you sew. Do you? Ladies, Scarlett is a lady from my church. Scarlett goes to my church. So I'm matching up the seam, the diagonal seam. Sorry about that. Scarlett, if you want to see what the whole quilt looks like, because I don't know, you probably haven't seen it, you can click that link in my, that's in the title of this video, and you can see a picture of what the quilt looks like in there. This Juki, man, it is so heavy that if I even get anywhere near the pin, I can't get it out. The presser foot is so tight, which I love, but nothing slides on this baby, I'll tell you. Me too, Bonnie. I try to keep them laid out too, but these blocks, and I have the tiniest little sewing table. My sewing table is just, well, you see it. This is it. My sewing machine pretty much covers the entire table. It's so little. It's here in the corner in the shop room. And so I try to keep mine laid out, but there's not even enough room because these blocks are 16 inches. There's not enough room to lay them out on the side table. So I have to just be really careful when I'm sewing them together. And you know, because I'm doing it and talking, I'll probably mess up. But I think if I keep my wits about me, I should be able to do this. With smaller blocks, I use my square up ruler, my 12.5-inch square ruler, and I lay them out on the ruler and carry them around that way to make it easier to keep them all in line. Keep all those pieces in the right spot. I think I shipped mine out with a bunch of packages today, Bonnie. I told my husband I'm not cooking tonight. We have to get pizza or something because even though we did the same thing last night, I was so tired. I'm terrible. I'm a bad wife. I'm not cooking for my husband tonight. He doesn't mind. He actually prefers pizza probably. He's a pizza lover. Your wits are out with the squirrels. You girls are funny. Guess we're all a little silly tonight, aren't we? So I'm just chain piecing this whole piece together, this whole block. Too hot to cook, you mean, Scarlett? We tried Panda Express a few weeks ago, and we didn't really like it very much. The first time I had it, I liked it, but then, oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit the camera. Sorry about that. Last time we had it, it wasn't very good. I don't know. Maybe it's just the one that I went to. Or maybe they were just having a bad night. Okay, this way. Yes, yes. Let me make sure I did these ones right. Yep, that one's right now. Good. I think I got it, you guys. I think I kept my wits about me long enough to get that block made. Uh-oh, sorry, the delivery man came and my dogs are like going crazy. And no, it's not pizza delivery, unfortunately. Although it is sewing supplies, so I guess that's a good thing, right? You can guarantee if the UPS man came, there's sewing supplies to be had. It's actually probably the mask templates. Okay. Now we're going to take these and press them, and then we can sew those last couple of seams, and then we're done. Yes, my puppies. They certainly like to... Oh no, Lisa, I pin everything. I am the mad pinner, I'll tell you. I'm sure people think I'm crazy because every time I do a tutorial, I'm like, now don't forget to pin everything. Pin, pin, pin. Okay, so I'm going to point this over here so you can see how I'm pressing this. Not that you need to know probably, but this is the way I do it. So I'm going to press away from the center on the top row and the bottom row of this block. So I'm pressing away from the center, the two seams, and then the center part, I'm going to press toward the center. That way I'll be able to nest my seams. You love my scissor fob for my little embroidery scissors? I tried to get those to put into the box. Ladies who have boxes, tried to get those to put into the Tilda Club box, and they are all handmade, and they couldn't get enough of them for me, so that was not able to be done, unfortunately, because they're all handmade overseas. But they sure are cute. But you know what we could do, because I actually make jewelry as well. We could do a little tutorial on making some for ourselves. That would be fun. Okay, so this is all pressed, and now I'm just going to take it back and finish those two seams, and then we'll be done. Yes, I've met teachers who tell you not to use pins. I just can't do that. And they tell you that sewing curved seams is easier without pins. I really don't think so. I think it's so much easier with pins, but that's just me. I think if you're a pinner, you're a pinner, and that's just the way it is. So I'm nesting my seams. I'm just putting those two seams, butting them right up together. And I always like to put one right in the middle when I have a big block because I don't want things to get crazy. Don't want nothing to go crazy now. Okay. When I'm done with this seam, I will show you a close-up of the scissor fob and how it works. These are the same little scissors that I sent in the box the first 2-3 months that we had the club. And so this is the scissor fob, and it just clips on right there. And then you can hang it. There's a little chain that also clips on. And then your scissors actually fit into, this is actually a cover for a knitting needle. It saves the points of your knitting needles, but it works really good to stick the point of your scissors into, and it keeps them from sticking you. So you can hook the chain on, hook it to a necklace or whatever around your neck, and then have your scissors with you, and then your scissors won't poke you because it'll have the little rubber thing on the end to keep it from poking you. What do you use at your machine? The scissor fob or your little scissors? Your little embroidery scissors? And yeah, so those are easy to find, those little, the ends for knitting needles. So I thought maybe we could probably find some and make some. But then you have to, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we could. The biggest thing right now with finding notions, you guys, is getting stuff from overseas. I ordered, so I don't know if you guys remember a couple of months ago, I had those thread cutter rings. And the new people didn't get them because I hadn't ordered enough at the time, and I wasn't expecting as many people to sign up as they did. So I gave them something else, but those thread cutter rings. So I ordered some more, thinking I could give them to the new people. Well, that was in January, and they just came 2 days ago. So getting notions is a little difficult right now. So that's why you guys are getting things that I have designed that I am having made locally. And besides, it's fun, and it's stuff that you can't get from anywhere else. Okay, our block is all sewn together. Now I just need to go press it and show it to you, and hopefully not turn off my camera when I'm doing that like I did last time. Okay. So that was pretty quick for doing a whole quilt block. Whole big huge 16-inch quilt block. Now I'm going to press it, and then I'm going to try and get the camera far enough away that you can see it. I really love this quilt. You guys, I am so glad you guys like it as much as I do, because I just fell in love with it when I designed it. I was just hoping you guys would like it as much as I did. I'm so glad that you do. Look at that, I got perfect points. Okay, let's see if I can get far enough away you can see the whole thing. Get this out of the way. Can you see it? Yeah. So there it is, all done. Now you get to look at me. Hi! Okay, well, this was the last tutorial for the quilt, because I don't think you guys probably don't need any instruction on putting the blocks together. But we will come back together next week and I will show you my top all finished. And then we still have a couple more. So this next week we'll have one more prize pack to send out. And then the week after we'll have a grand prize for somebody who finishes their quilt top. So I hope that you guys will keep working away and get your quilt top done, and you'll get something fun if you win the prize. So I hope you will come back next week and take a look at the finished quilt top. And in the meantime, I will see you later. Have a great week.